Hey everybody, Jerry here, Greystone Trading. Wanted to show you guys three trades that I took this morning. Three trades that I took this morning that made me $8,765. Now, this video that I'm going to upload is a live Zoom call that we do 9 times a week where we teach trading. You can copy the trades in the beginning, but the goal is, our ultimate goal is for you to become your own successful trader. So if you're interested in learning from me, click the link below and we can talk about that later. However, this video is a little long. It's about a 1 hour plus of a Zoom call. I'm not going to edit anything out of it. You'll go through it. You can see exactly how I set my levels for the day, how I teach people to set the levels, what those levels mean, what the draws are, and how to enter and exit your trades and use proper risk management system. So once again, if you're interested, click the link below and learn how to trade from me. Good morning, everyone. Joey, good morning. Jonathan, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. It was a challenging day yesterday, but it all worked out. Team, I signed on a handful of minutes early, not much. I just wanted to make a recording here with you all of how I set the previous day levels and I mark that. A lot of people here know how to do this. A lot of people are new, and I just kind of want to walk everyone through that. Um, and kind of go over that. So I'm going to play our disclaimer really quick. We'll set the levels from yesterday's previous day lows, highs, opens, closes, aftermarkets, etc. Show you all how I do that, and then we'll see what SPY sets us up for around 9:55 and forward. So, all right, team. Let me get this disclaimer done. Be right back.
Made and positions taken during this demonstration are not investment advice, and we make no recommendation that you should make trades similar to those you will see here. Specific trades and positions are dependent on many factors, such as your experience and sophistication, your risk tolerance, your ability to withstand the loss of all of your capital, and your investment objectives. It is likely, if not certain, that these factors will determine that the trades you see in this demonstration are not suitable for you. Greystone Trading LLC is not an investment advisor and is providing you no investment advice or recommendations on stocks, positions, or trades.
Okay, team. Good morning, everyone. All right, let me get these levels set up for us so we can hit our session. Previous day low. I just mark the wick. This is how I do this in real time, just so you all see. Sure, plenty of y'all have seen this and already know how to do it, but there's a lot of new people in here that I want to do this for. So PDL touches. I grab the most amount of touches at the lowest point possible. And that will be these three here at 675.81, and then the wick at 675.78. So not much of a difference there. Sometimes there's a huge difference. That can make a difference. Sometimes it doesn't. This green line was an old level from yesterday. I'm going to delete that and get it out of our way for clarity. Then I will mark our previous day open. The bottom of the candle at the 9:30 mark is where the candle opened at. And then we'll mark the previous day close right where this green candle closed here at the top at 15:55, right before the market closes. My underlying support and my resistances are on the afternoon sessions from yesterday still. I will move those out of the way for us. We will mark aftermarket high while we're here, the top of the wick. We'll mark our aftermarket low, the bottom here. We have the gap up. We'll knock out our, while we're in this range, we'll knock out our previous day high touches. Same thing as what we did with the previous day low. The most amount of touches at the lowest, at the highest point, it'll be these 30 touches, 684.75. We'll mark the previous day high wick. Top of the green wick there at 684.94. So not a huge gap there. Then we'll mark our pre-market high. All the way up at 686.91. We'll take our pre-market low, which is this bottom of this green wick at 683.64. And team, that is literally how I set all those levels. Now I have support and resistance on nothing. We had it on levels from yesterday. I'm going to move that out of our way and we will establish that in real time. Anyone got any questions about that before we dig into the morning session? Jax, good morning. Sal, good morning. Let's do it, bro. Esther, good morning. Ryan, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Morning.
Marlon, good morning. I was just walking everyone through how I set key levels from the day before. Nothing too sophisticated about it, guys. That's literally how I've been doing it since I became a profitable trader. I know most of you all know how to do that. I was literally just doing it for a lot of the new people in here that might not have seen it and have not had a chance to watch the 4,000 live sessions that are in the A to Z course. Jonathan, I always use the 5-minute chart to set my levels. Truly, I don't use the 1 minute a lot. There for a while, I was using the 1 minute, and I have been back testing a bit, Jonathan and everyone else. And I called Ryan about this yesterday. I've been finding days where I'm getting more than when my ratios are way off, right? Like typically my hit rate's about 74% on profitable trades, and some of those are half off and break evens, and other ones are full trades, right? So just keep that in mind. That what I have been noticing is, and what I've been seeing is I've been looking back at like the hour chart and the day chart on the day before that. So if you look at Fridays compared to our Tuesday's price action, we had a giant doji candle. And I'll show you guys real quick what I was talking about. So if we go here, let's just go to a 1-day chart, right? So this chart's going to get all jumbled looking, right? Look at this. On Friday, the market literally has a low of 677.49 and it has a high of 686.27, right? So we have this huge amount of movement, but this little tiny doji candle. And on days where I'm having 3+ stop outs, and so I'm having more stop outs than wins, which is very, very unusual for our hit rate, the way we trade. I look back at it, and most of those days where it's not that, at least 50-50 or 60-40 or even 70-30, if we're taking that many trades, there's always this little weird doji candle on the day before's price action. So super, super interesting to see how the big picture of SPY will dictate, or has kind of tells its story of when it's the day before the doji candle. Like when we're literally taking our entries on a 5-minute chart from a structure standpoint, it means the market's undecided, right? It doesn't mean it's going to reverse. It doesn't mean it's going to continue. It just hasn't decided yet. But when it does that the day before, I back tested like six or eight of my really bad red days compared to my winning days, there's always a doji candle sitting ahead of those. So just an observation, team. I have not got enough information to say that we'll not trade that, or maybe we can use that as some caution to size down or something along those lines. But just an observation that I found. All right, team. Resistance, I'm going to put it right at the top of this swing point, which is in coincidence right at the top of the high from 1027. And then support, I'm going to put right below this sorry, right below this pre-market for now. And I might move this up a bit, but it's already reacted off the aftermarket high prices, as you guys can see. So, and then overarching, well, one will say would be the top of the swing point here before that. So lots of power going into the market as we see it. Jonathan, you got it. Sethery, let's go. I'm slightly going to modify this resistance. And I'm going to mark the bottom of the swing point here where that was very, very clearly support in the pre-market. It falls through it, beautiful follow through. And then it comes up here and it tests it. And it doesn't quite get to it with the pre-market at 835, but it does reject it at 830 and continues on down. So I think we get a nice confirm close above that. We have a decent amount of room up to 686.43 from where we're at now at 685.58. So a firm close above that, and I'll look for definitely be looking for calls. What do you think about that, Ryan?
Yeah, it's kind of fighting this bearish trend in pre-market
It
that,
is.
I think it's looking like it's going to push through. That'd be my only thought. It's got these descending highs is coming through, but yeah, it definitely looks strong. I'm trying to make sense of how it's reacting through here right now. Doesn't seem to be having any issues with it. I gotta go.
And what a powerhouse, huh?
Yeah. My internet already went down. I'm on my hotspot just so in case that gets goofy. Just letting you know.
Man, I've been having a
I'm,
nightmare with my internet. I told you about it, man. It's
yeah.
I know it's a first world problem, but damn, is it a problem? All right, team, a minute and 30 or so. I got the 682 calls pulled up. I'm possibly will stay away from this if it rejects 686.43. That was kind of my thought process of where our draw was, and it's like 290% of it up. Let's see
Yep.
if we can get a firm close with enough room to go there. This is still super, super strong and powerful, though.
Absolutely.
And then if we get past that little stepping point at 686.43, we definitely have room all the way up to the top at 686.92, possibly 686.80. So lots of room still above that. February 19th. Sorry, I misspoke. I was looking at puts on the contract price. 689 calls. 689 calls. They're about $1.70 now. 30 seconds, team. Gonna watch this closely here. Might stay away from this with that draw up just being chewed alive, though. We do have a decent amount of room to it. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and buying here. And filled at 162. No stop.
Let's go.
Stop is No stop at all. I'm going to go ahead and take half their team at 172, filled at 170. There's your 172 again, team, if you didn't get them. Waiting for 178 to 180 on our next piece, team. Threading that needle as best I can through overarching resistance and the stuff to the left in the pre-market, just letting you guys know my thought process.
Perfect execution, Jerry. That's exactly where I sold right. That's 686.47 or so from that last swing point. Now we're pushing through. There we go.
Perfect. Yeah. Come on, let's get it.
All done.
Thank you, sir. Like I said, stop is at break even, team. I'm going to patiently wait to see if we can't get 178 plus on our next piece. I'd like to get 180 on it. Let's see if this gives it to us with a nice hard push through. And stop is off. And taking another quarter there, team, at 181. Stop is at break even. And team, I'm going to trail this as best I can, and I'm going to leave 10 behind at my break even. Stop is now in at 170. Stop to 180.
Good. Go. Yes. Putting that pre-market high. Let's go. Get up above it.
Yeah. Well, we took it out for a moment and it just didn't stay there.
Yeah. Yep.
Stop to 181, team. Not much here that I'm moving at. Just a little bit here with the rejection of pre-market high. I'm just going to try to capture some money and get it where we can. If we can't stay alive here. Stops at 181.
Push.
Come on, team. Let's go. Big, big push here, SPY. Get up above that pre-market high. Stop to 185.
There it is.
Stop to 190.
Ooh. Oh.
Stop to 197.
Yeah.
Stop to $2.
Look at that go.
Stop to 205. Stop to 210.
Incredible.
Stop to 211, 215, sorry. Let's do, yeah, 215. This might nab us here, team, but I'm okay with that.
What a move.
Still alive and stopped at 215.
Yeah, let's go.
Moving my stragglers to 170, team. And I'm going to let those sit at 170.
What a move.
And look at that pump. Man, I just barely got taken out on that, huh?
I mean,
Team, if
trying
you're
to,
still in this, I love this for you guys.
oh my gosh.
I'm going to set my stragglers to 180, team. Just letting you guys know where I'm doing with this process right now.
Look at this goal.
What a pump, huh? Well, good morning, Greystone.
Ooh. Yeah,
Make up
I'd
a
say,
little bit of that, trash from yesterday.
yeah,
Depending
exactly.
on how you're sized, you're probably not back to green, but you might be. I'm definitely back to green after my ass kicking yesterday that I gave myself. So there we go. Team, I spoke on the 682 calls. That was my mistake. I changed it to those 689s. I think I said that before we took them.
Yeah, you corrected yourself. You're like, oop, got my
Okay.
woods. Yep.
Yeah. Marlon, it didn't hit your 181. You got, man, Nick, Marlon, it's really interesting you say that, man. Like I got a stop in, I think it was like last Wednesday when Andy was leading. I had a stop in at 140 and Andy didn't get stopped. He had a stop in at like at 146. I got stopped out of the dang trade. And he didn't get stopped. It was really, really such a bummer, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't get stopped either. And you had your stop lower, I want to say.
Yeah, it was way lower. So yeah,
That was
Marlon,
strange.
I feel you, buddy. That's some weird shit there. Hopefully everybody did well on that. Joel, stragglers was like when I split my trailers and I leave some at break even for lack of a better term, a bit of a lotto ticket when you have this real hard bull pressure or real hard bearish pressure going on and you come back to them a little bit later and they're just sitting on huge numbers. Yeah. So, team, I just kind of want to talk about yesterday, right? Like we took one high quality setup, or sorry, I took a total of five high quality setups. I back tested the heck out of it. Um, I had one full trade and I had four stop outs, right? I This was one of the first days, yesterday was one of the first days in probably over 9 months that I took a full trade where I started on a Monday from a very green morning to a red afternoon. Um, However, that being said, the strategy works. Don't lose confidence in it. I come back to it today, sized very full, very aggressively at it. And first trade was a really huge full trade. So um, just kind of walking you guys through the thought process and the consistency of it and just trusting your system and back testing it enough to know that it works. Kaylee, you got stopped there too and never saw it. You kept your stop a few points lower and got tapped at 225. Todd, my man. And Nolan, you were in the candle prior. Whoa, buddy, good work. Jonathan, thanks, my man. Adam, it was a gorgeous trade. Thank you. Jordan, you didn't size full because of the distribution at the entry, but still made up more than half of what you lost yesterday. Jordan, incredible, man.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
Good work,
Congrats,
guys.
everybody.
Shit, moved the wrong line. I'll have to fix that. Okay, team. New resistance at the top here. New support. I'm going to put at the bottom of the red wick for now. Might move that up. Not ready for puts yet. Just kind of walking you guys through the thought process here. But Let's see if we can't capture some money off this. It still looks really strong. It's just stepping back. It's not remotely reversing yet. Oh, Mike, great move. When you're trying to sell your first half, you accidentally bought another half and left and it worked. Mike, whew, man, when that works out, man, congrats on that, buddy. I've not done that mistake in a long time. And when I did it, it did not work out favorably for me. And yeah, I don't know. My Weeble has been and my I wouldn't say my execution, my Weeble and my internet's been I feel like there's like a gremlin or like a robot
Yeah, it's
inside there
been
just messing with me for the last 3 weeks, man. It's like,
yeah.
haha, I try to make joke on Jerry. Like, I mean, there was a trade a couple weeks ago where I bought 200 and next thing you know, I was in 600 positions. I'm like, I only clicked it once. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
Like trying to flatten the thing. And fortunately, I was able to flatten it for some money on it, like some profit on it, but just absolutely just mind numbing the crap it's doing. And there's a perfect test of that upper level of support and crashing through it. And let's see if it comes back to that pre-market high. Aaron, you've had that happen to you several times. It's frustrating, isn't it? Mm. No, my stragglers are still alive. I have my stragglers sitting at 180. I only have 10 of them. They never tap me out. But I did see it come but like to 179. It just probably didn't sit there long enough to fill me. So fortunately still alive in those things. Marlon, it got yours. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any explanation for that, man. On it's the broker's manipulation of the system because we're getting really good at making money. I mean, one would think they just want you to keep making money because they make commissions on that too, right? Like the longer they keep you in the game, the more they make. One would think. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be odd for Weeble to want to mess with you. I mean, I get if market makers are noticing. They're not, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for Weeble to, yeah, in my mind, but
All right, team. The 690 calls are pulled up. We have a minute and 24 with a firm close above 687.59. I'm going to re-enter onto calls. However, I'm going to size very small to what that last one was, and I will not make the fatal mistake that I did yesterday of turning a very big green morning red, or now my weak red. So you like re-entry here, Ryan?
yeah, I think a firm close. I mean,
I
you look
like a
at the
firm
price action up
close.
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
like the firm close. I like the firm close here. I'm not loving how it's not taking out most of this wick and coming back to it. Um,
I'm looking at the delta too. It's actually it's okay.
yeah. All right, team, 20 seconds. Let's sizing very small here, team. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Buying here and filled at 164. And stop is going to go in at 142. Top is off. Come on, take out that wick to the left and let's rock. And I'm not going to be greedy here. I'm just going to stack us some profits if this allows me to. Stop is off. I'm going to take half their team at 172. Stops at break even. There's your 174, 175, 179. Taking another quarter their team at 181. Stops at break even. And then stop to 170.
Unbelievable.
Stop to 180. Team, I'm still in stragglers from the first trade. I do not have stragglers split on this one, just to let you guys know. Come on, Spy. Let's go. Get your ass up there.
Come on. Yeah.
Stop to 182. If selling in full puts you green on the week, fucking do it. Stopped at 182.
Well, let's go. Another great move.
James, thank you, my man. 2 fantastic setups, 2 full trades.
Amazing.
Oh,
Love it.
you guys feeling good now? Everybody back? Everybody's mental state feel good after the fucking
Yeah.
kicking
Helps.
the crotch yesterday? Everybody better about this? Good. Let's find another one. What do you think?
Yeah.
There's so much time left.
I gotta find a range here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, if you look, we're buying into that big sell-off from Thursday still. So if you think that we could be done going up, I don't know. I don't think we are.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crushing through all that liquidity that was left behind from a week ago, or not a week ago, a few days back, right?
I mean, the next place that I would, expected to try to draw to would be Wednesday's low, which is 689.20. Or so, 620, 619. Not that it'll shoot up right there, but that would be a spot to eye up here. When you're buying up, it's not always I mean, we've shot right up, which is incredible. Getting up too. So
Hmm. All right, team. I'm just going to sit on my hands for a few. Let this give us a new range and see what it does for us. It looks like you would have I don't know. My stragglers are I'm currently having them at 180. They hit as high as 245. They're sitting at 215 right now. I'm going to move stop at 185 on those. Just going to capture a little bit here. I feel like if it reverses, there's going to be a little erosion on these and it's going to nuke it. So just letting you guys know my thought process on
Yeah.
the stragglers. But with a little luck with the spy gods, those things will be at $6 or $8 by the end of the day. Jonathan, thanks, my man. Brandon, Legend, is there a way to set your auto stop sell at half at 10%? And you keep getting a trigger happy and selling half under 10%. Brandon, I know that you can set bracket orders to where you can make it sell that. However, I do not know. Let's say like on Turbo Trader that you can set your auto stop losses and you can set a bracket to sell it at target price. However, I'm not confident if you can set it like let's say you bought just hypothetically 8 contracts, if you could make it sell only 4, that would be a question probably for Lindsay or maybe someone else in here. I literally like sell my own. I don't set the bracket orders.
You
I
could,
do put the auto stops, but I don't do it that other way.
I could figure out how to do it manually, but I don't know how to do it automatically. I don't know if you can have take profits simultaneously with stop losses. I mean, I think
Sure.
you can. But like, let's say you buy 20 contracts and you have your stop loss of 20 contracts. I don't think you can take profit, at least as far as I know, um, until you remove your stop. Now, let's say you put, I don't know why you do this, but if you had 20 contracts, you put 10 stop and 10 take profit, I think you could. But I don't know.
Team, I'm just reading price in real time as best I can. 688.14, Redwick hits it, rejects it. We come through it, we get profits off, we get stopped out right around that red wick, which is I was trailing very aggressively because of that red wick, and it got us. And this candle currently is that I would love for us to close below 688.14 and then get a firm candle above that on the next one.
Yeah.
I'm not against re-entry on this current candle. I feel like you can see what SPY did and what it's doing now. It's definitely ran out of a little steam, and I think it just needs to gain some energy. It's on a rest set right now, it looks like. It doesn't mean it won't bounce real hard in the next 2 minutes. Just the way I'm reading this, it's definitely rejecting that level really well in real time now.
I love a good sun run day. We always talk about
Oh,
liking to catch puts, but these are fun. These are kind of like the best of every world because the market's strong. You don't always get these big pump ups like this, but yeah, these are fun days.
mhm. You know what I like about them too is the trailers are so much easier to manage because
Oh,
it's not
oh,
they're not
absolutely.
snappy back and doing all this weird nonsense to
Yes.
you like witchcraft is happening in the background or some voodoo magic
Yes.
has been screwed into the system to like, oh look, like my contracts were at $1.90 and they got tapped out at 170, but it only showed 180 on the screen. Like none of that crap happens to that on
Exactly.
calls.
Love it.
Marlon, you can have an initial sub order trade that can do a sell and then stop at full contracts. How did I know Marlon would know that? Marlon is awesome when it comes to tech.
Oh yeah, he sure is.
Team, I put a red line, as you guys can see, at 687.60. We came down and tapped it twice. It's also the top of these two bodies. Not using that for a level yet. More so looking at that being, look, resistance. Now look, support. Now, if it can hold up here, we can establish an upper level of support, or we can hold it for a line of defense if we get into another trade. That makes sense, everyone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jordan, if you look at the hourly levels, you'll see that there's approaching the top of a massive fair value. So be prepared to take profit quickly on any more calls. Good call. All right, team. Anyone got any questions about price action or those setups or anything that did not look clear or make any sense? Team, one would think we have more touches, and we do if you bring the island resistance to 670, 687.91. However, with this massive push up that we've had and seeing the two red wicks reject the 688.14, I'm going to hold resistance a little higher. However, ideally, the same firm candle shatters both. Danny B, you're up from yesterday, a whole 10.868, and you're done for the day. Thanks so much. Awesome. So you were in the hole yesterday, and now you're up 10.68% on your account for the week. Holy shit, Danny. That's awesome. Good work.
Mhm.
That's got to feel good to turn that around, right? Good work. Yeah, I probably geeked out for about 4 hours back testing yesterday. It was
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah.
maybe not quite 4 hours, but it felt like a long time I was on the damn charts yesterday. Stragglers are currently at like 212 on the charts. My stop is in at 185 now on those. Just letting you guys know how I manage those. And if those are still alive when the session ends, I'll just type where I move stops to and et cetera into the main chat for you all. If you guys are still alive in some of those trades.
Incredible.
Mhm. Jacob, I do believe there is a how to trade on mobile. I know Ryan and Andy trade a lot on mobile. I'm pretty confident that Andy's made a video on execution in Webull. All right, team, final minute. Calls above 688.14, puts below 687.36. It's definitely in that A to Z course, Jacob. I've watched it. I don't trade
Yeah.
on mobile though, so I'm not the guy to ask
I
about it.
don't, yeah, I don't trade it as if I can avoid it on mobile. It's tough.
All right, team, 30 seconds. I do have the 690 calls up. The 690 calls up. A firm close up and above 688.14. I definitely see that lower level. I'm not interested until it takes out those red wicks to the left. We've had a heck of a powerful morning on this. We've had two full trades, and we need some really good solid movement to the upside for that to work. And it wouldn't have closed there anyway. So, Bill, thanks for mentioning the Candle Bible. You've read it twice this weekend, and now it's always open on your desktop for reference. Absolutely awesome, Bill. I read that book and that manual several times. I don't have it quite memorized, but that thing was super helpful for me. Todd, how much of a spread do you need for a hybrid trade? Approximately 20 cents. And that can vary just slightly with contracts movement, but options love speed, and the speedier the contracts, the better that'll happen. So, but typically about 20 cents, maybe 25. You got it, man. And it's really holding that upper level at 687.60 well, huh?
Yeah, sure is.
If it closes above that on this candle, I'm going to use that as the upper level of support after this one. But it looks like it's going to flush it now. Let's see. Um, all right, team, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Obviously, I want calls and not puts, only because I have stragglers behind. But I do not, I am not biased against puts below 687.36.
We
Jonathan,
got
Jerry, to execute a little, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say we have FOMC this afternoon. I don't know how much that's impacting anything. I don't think probably at all because I don't expect it much to happen. But I'm just remembering that's happening at 2, I think, today.
What is it? I didn't see that on Market Watch.
Unless I miss saw.
And
Let's see.
maybe it wasn't on Market Watch. Like there was news that I called out a few days ago, and then when I
Yeah, let's see.
session
And
came around, the news that someone moved the news.
yeah, it's just the minutes. I don't think there's going to be any big news on it, but
Oh, gotcha.
it's still be red folder news.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Jonathan, Jerry, to execute a little faster from the chart, you can add a stop at bid button, set it for 25%, and it'll throw your stop on the chart when you drag it to where you want. So, Jonathan, is that where, are you saying like, after I've sold positions off, bud? Is that what you're saying? But I appreciate the tip on that, my man. All right, team, minute and 20, minute and 10. I'm not going to pull puts up until it comes and reacts off of 687.36. Not quite ready to go yet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, it might be just the way it's not quite coming down to that level yet. If we close above that 687.60, I am going to move my support up to that. But let's see if that happens in 45 seconds or so. Consolidation at its finest up here right now. I have the 684 puts pulled up, team. Size and even smaller than I did after that second trade. Just not going to give a lot back to the market. Maybe we can add to it if that happens. Let's see. Looking for a firm below 687.36.
There's a test.
Yep. And obviously we'd be staying away from that. It did not close below it. And my stragglers got tapped at 185.
I almost bought. I had 687.37 and a gap down, but I'm like, nah. It actually closed a little bit gapped up, so I was close. I had my hand on it, but
Hmm. Yeah, I had mine on it too. It just, I literally, it was like, I wanted it to be a little bit more decisive
this,
down on it, not just a penny below it.
yeah, when it does that, it's very 50-50 to me. And I
Agreed.
don't like taking 50-50 shots here, obviously.
Brandon, the video has ask and bid. Should you move to market? Brandon, that video is quite old. I don't know if it's been updated recently. Andy and Ryan buy at market now. I buy at at ask with a limit offset of 0.04, and I have my auto stop loss on there. I sell everything at market, my man, except for my trailers. Those are at stops.
And my internet's questionable at best right now.
Joe, the Candlestick Bible, there is a PDF version that Greystone has. I have the PDF of it. I will get that posted up for you in just a few moments, my man. Just gotta find it. I should know where that's at. Brandon, up to you if you want to be buying and selling at market. I personally think selling at market is a very quick way to get your fills in. Just my opinion there, buddy. The buying at ask plus 0.04 has been working really well, and Ryan and Andy's been getting filled really good with it, and my fills are usually pretty close to them. Usually.
Yeah, I started buying at market, honestly, Jerry, um, so that I wouldn't end up running a live trade and not getting filled. Um,
Sure.
Now, it took me a little bit of time to not get slippage in the wrong direction, but the um, the key that I found, and this is not always easy to do, you want to and you want to buy into weakness in the candle. So like let's say, you can kind of get used to how SPY moves. Like if you're above your key level, let's say you're looking at calls, you're above your key level and it's right near one. You want to buy when you know how SPY kind of moves up and down. If you can time it like
Mhm.
right there, buy right there. Buy into weakness, sell into strength. So
Mhm.
like if you're looking to take profit off, you want to click it as SPY is going up if you're in calls, as it's going down. Now, I had to experiment with that. It's not perfect, but you kind of get used to the cadence and how SPY moves. I was telling Cody about this a little bit. Like if you're looking to buy calls, you're not going to want to go when it's at absolute height. And again, sometimes you just click when it hits zero, but you can get slippage in your favor the more you play with it. So
Mhm.
buy into weakness, sell into strength on your market fills. And a lot of times you'll be like, oh, like on those calls, Jerry, I think you got filled at 164 or 154. I
Mhm.
can't remember. I did that. I got filled at 152,
Got it.
which isn't, going to break the bank, but it's better than getting slipped the wrong way, right?
Sure. No, absolutely it is.
So not trying to overthink it, but if you want to play with that, I'm not going to be able to, walk people through it. But if you can get the concept, I think you can actually get market to play in your favor. And I'm still not perfect at it. I've been doing it a long time, but just a little small tip if that's helpful.
I love it. All right, team, 30 seconds or so. I'm going to pull up the
Oh my God.
690 calls. 690 calls with a firm close above 688.14. I'm not going to take it until it takes out 688.14, just to let you all know. I see all the multiple touches below it. 15 seconds. Let's see if this happens. Sizing really small, protecting the morning. 7 seconds. Perfect reaction off to it with that wick. And now below it, I'm not taking this team, although it does hit the criteria and staying away. That's three
You
touches
didn't
of
get in
those.
this?
I did not. I was looking for 688.14. Ryan, call it if you're in it.
No, I was scrambling myself, but I thought I was
Sure.
behind.
Nope. I'm not in this. I wanted 688.14. We have a red wick that rejected it at 10:05. We have the red wick that rejects it at 10:20, and current candle rejects it, although it does close above my lower level. Just after what happened yesterday, this looks like it's going to follow through really nicely, and it meets all the criteria. I was just looking for that. I was looking for that little bit more
Okay.
confirmation.
I thought you would take this.
What's that?
I thought you were going to take this for sure. I was like on the wrong. I was in. I had puts pulled up and I scrambled and I just didn't get timing down.
That's okay. It looks like you're be well into half off right now at really, really good um, profits on that. So whoever did take it, good work.
My internet's not loading now too. That's probably the issue. Sitting there spinning.
Yeah, those contracts are moving great. Looks like you'd have got filled at 159, currently at 174,
Okay,
172.
so like I get in some questions about this selling into strength. Let's say you're looking to take profit here. You wouldn't sell there or there. Like you'd want to wait till it is near your target and when the candle's going up. Now it's looking like it's going to lose steam here, but um, right there you'd sell, right? You don't want to do it as the candle's moving away because you want slippage in the right direction. So,
Mhm.
and you get used to kind of like the timing. So like, there's
You're
kind of a
trying to surf that
pause.
momentum.
Yeah, and like if I'm looking to buy calls here near the close, I would buy not there, right there. You don't always get it. You know what I mean? But you want to, if that makes sense. And like this is not a perfect science, but you'll get slippage in your direction if you're looking to buy calls and it's down, selling half as it's going up. Then you don't get that weird slippage. You'll actually get it in your favor. So that's just maybe a small little tip. I don't know if it's gonna change people's lives by any means, but it's definitely helped if
Mhm.
you're looking to buy and sell at market.
All right, team, 2 minutes, 10 seconds or so left. Firm candle close above 688.14. I'm back into calls. I will be sized very small compared to my last two entries. And if you did take this, it looks like you would have maybe just got stopped at break even, depending on where your fill was at. Maybe not. Yeah, now you're definitely stopped at break even there. Well, I don't know. Weeble might not have tapped you out, but it would have tapped out some and not others. That's for sure.
What is going on with this?
It's really interesting. Like it's been gorgeous follow through on all the setups that we've taken, and then this one it still gave you half off and break even. However, that big bar right here. I mean, that's from 687.36 closes at 688. I mean, that's almost a dollar movement. Not quite.
Yeah.
Vincent, Gary, when you sell at market, you said you need to sell when prices move in your favor. Yeah, I'm literally just timing that on that, looking for like, imagine that you're a surfer on a wave. You're waiting for that momentum to kick you in. That's all you're doing, buddy.
Sell into strength.
Yep.
Figure out if it's puts, strength would be as it's moving down, calls would be as it's moving up.
All right, team. The 690 calls firm candle close above 688.14. It's got to be firm. And not some 50-50 BS firm, like some really good firm
Yeah.
candle here. 15 seconds. Be at the ready, watching closely here. Sizing really small. Don't give a lot of your money back. Keep your win for the day. And if you're green on the week, make sure you stay green. 2 seconds. One, and staying away.
Close.
It was super close. Scott, you've been backtesting and researching the gap up down theory. Candles follow through in the direction of the gap 67% of the time. That's from backtesting over 100 days. Oh, Scott, that's fascinating. So if the
The
candle,
volume imbalance gap?
the volume and
Yeah.
balance gap, is that right, Scott?
Yeah.
So like,
That's
let's just
a lot of
say,
testing.
that's a lot of testing. So let's just say hypothetically, Scott, this candle gaps, if this would have gapped down and below, it would have followed through 67% of the time. Is that what I'm understanding from that? Joe, with a limit offset of 0.04 and the slippage is more, does it not buy? I've never had it not buy at offset of 0.04. Good deal, Scott.
That's a wild amount of testing, Scott. Holy cow.
Good for you, man.
How many candles did you test?
Team still using the 690 calls. 3 minutes, lots of time left. Firm candle, I'm going to get in this. Sizing very, very small compared to my last two entries. Got over 100 days. You've traded every candle every day from open to close. Oh my gosh, Scott.
What?
I thought I was obsessed with backtesting.
Unreal.
I ain't got shit on this guy.
That's crazy.
Good man. I mean, it's almost impossible to not be a profitable trader when you're willing to put that much effort into
Yeah.
backtesting. 'Kay. Oh, look at that pump now. There she goes.
Yep.
Don't you leave without us, Spy. You wait. You've been good all morning. Don't you start being a horse's ass now. Forty-eight seconds, team. 690 calls were pulled up. 690 calls were pulled up. Sizing really small here, team. I'm not going to give a lot of this back. Firm candle and I'm in this. Just needs to be decisively firm in the next 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and staying away. Look at that
Look
gap
at that
up.
gap. Yeah. Just saw it.
Ooh.
Usually it'll come back for that gap and then push higher like that. But I don't have enough testing to have any sort of conviction like Scott does. Holy smokes.
I'll tell you another observation too is I never noticed the gaps without the real time data that we use
Yep.
now with
Yep.
that ARCA. I never noticed that on the old charts.
Me either.
I'm not saying it wasn't there. If it was, I was oblivious to it.
It wasn't as precise, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm. All right, team, 2 minutes. 688.14. I'm holding that for resistance. One could argue it could come up to the top here. Anything firm on this particular candle puts us in calls. I did mark a very high upper level at 687.96 for a potential put. However, this is still very strong in my opinion.
yep.
All right, team, 1 minute and 20 seconds. 690 calls, load them up. All right, team, 30 seconds. Watching closely here. This just needs to turn green and firm. 15 seconds. 8 seconds. Watching closely. 4 seconds. This needs to be firm. One and buying here. Filled at 163. No stop yet.
Oh yeah.
Taking half their team at 173. Stops at break even. I actually got filled at 172 on that team. Come on, Spy. Let's go. There's your 172, 173 again, team. If you're not out of this, get risk free. We're just
What a
adding
session,
money to
Jerry.
we're just adding money to it right now, guys. No need to be greedy. Come on. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's go. Come on, Spy. What are you waiting on? One giant push down. Let's get 185 or so in the next exit. Come on. Big, big green push right now. Let's go. Tops at break even. Hmm. Come on, Spy. Let's go. Get up there. Still alive for the moment. Still alive at the moment. And stop there.
Yes.
Not a bad little push. Not quite the profit targets, but I'll take that.
Way to go, man.
Thanks, man. How'd you guys do on that? How you guys doing this morning? Everybody feeling good?
Good.
Everybody's confidence getting restored? Todd, you feel like a Pepsi? Go have one, buddy.
Feels like a Pepsi?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right. John, yeah, it was a great morning for sure. Anyone got any questions, team? I'm done for the morning session. That's
Yeah, I'm
three
done
great
too.
trades.
Fantastic, man.
Definitely come after it this afternoon with you guys. But you guys got any questions before we wrap up the session?
And there's Scott, is it Scott follow through on the gap up?
I think it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely did. And I don't think it would even came close to tapping you out.
No.
Mm-mm. Michael, you haven't recovered from yesterday though, but still take it. Great morning. Gotcha, Michael. So Esther, like the gap between the open and close, sure, I'll show it to you real quick. Like they're talking about here. So this candle closes. Let's just call this out loud, right? The 1045 candle, it closes at 688.33. The next candle opens at 688.38. So there's a 5 cents gap there where that candle opened and closed. Jonathan, what is SPY getting stuck on from moving further up? No idea, man. No clue. I have no idea why that is not rushing up higher. Maybe lack of institutional money. An answer I won't have, and I can make up some story and fairy tale, buddy, but I'd be lying to you at that moment. I have no idea why it's stuck right now. Could be a
Well, I mean, a
number
lot
of
of money,
things,
a ton of money.
or yeah, could because I mean, at the end of the day,
The market already got.
yeah, I think it's already been pushed in. Like when you look at here, right? There's 1, 2, 3 huge institutional bars there, and then this bar is not small. This one's like well over $1 as well, 687.29 to 688.14. So not quite $1 there. So that's not necessarily an institutional bar, but that's not small either. That's a lot of money there. I reckon it's all been pushed in at the moment. So Ryan, you got anything?
No,
Oh,
that was
absolutely.
just a
After Mike Oliver.
fantastic. Yeah, great
Yeah,
job.
that was
Jerry.
good. Needed that
Congrats,
after
everybody.
the
Doing well.
after the wrestling match yesterday. We needed that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Rustin, man, not quite green well for the week, but it helped. Yeah, you got it, Rustin, man. No worries at all. I mean, it's 100% just comes down to the sizing. Like, yesterday, I think my first trade, I was sized at like 22, 25-ish%, something like that. And then my next, all my trades after that were all at 10%. And this morning, my first trade was at 20%. My second trade was at 15. And then my third trade was at 5. So, but I mean, that's just my mindset of what I'm doing there. So it's just the consistency on sizing. And I'm not the best at that. I'm just like I definitely limit myself because the more profitable I get during the week, the more I start trying to protect it though.
Yep.
Bill, would I say an institutional bar is greater than $1 or more? That's a great question, Bill. In my mind, I would say that they're over $1 or maybe over $1.10 or something like that. Ryan might have a little bit more
I think it's
clarity on
more in the
that.
conditions of the market. Like, an institutional bar on a day where the market's trading in the 8-cent range, institutional bar could be much smaller than $1. It's more about
Mm,
how they look. Like, just Andy or Jerry calls it an elephant bar. I would
mm,
say the 1035 is an institutional bar for sure. Very decisive. Came back down, drew down to 687.37 on the red candle, and then
mhm.
teased, and then went straight up, engulfed the red candle. So I wouldn't. I'm not nickel and diming like how much it has to be, but it's kind of the appearance and like where it started, how decisive it was, especially when it engulfs a red candle like that, for sure.
Yeah, good point. All right, team. Thank you guys for everything. If you're not green yet on the week, just stay focused. You'll get it there. Ryan, I'll see you
Yeah.
this afternoon, man.
Yeah.
Awesome
Sounds
session,
good.
buddy. Thanks for everything, guys.
You bet.
See y'all later.
See ya.